Inside Boat of Mausoleum, all the stereoscopic phantoms glow in different colors. Luo Feng, Deer Bug Master, Sorcerer Sprite Master, and Shadow Dust Master all walk to the phantoms and stand in front of stone pillars, penetrating their godly power into the phantoms to study them. Even though I've lived longer than them, my brain might work faster, Deer Bug Master thinks. This thought reveals a common misconception among older candidates, equating age with processing speed, when comprehension is about structural insight, not raw years. Shadow, Sorcerer, and Luo Feng feel the sense of hostility and competition in the air, though none speak. They are the first ones here for the inheritance. They have the best chance. This silent competition is itself a filter. Those who waste energy on talk fall behind. Inside the miniature universe of Hugh Jack's creator, around a section of land are whirlpools and black mist that seem to be destroying the world. Luo Feng sits at top of mountain with legs crossed, watching whirlpools in distance. His finger points to space, and traces of godly power penetrate it and form a complex stereoscopic phantom. This externalization of thought into godly power phantoms is how universe masters practice. They build the puzzle in space to see it. He marvels how amazing and complicated the Rhinoceros Emperor game is, having tried to comprehend for a while with no idea how it works, questioning what are rules. This initial confusion is universal for all candidates, proving the game is not intuitive. Luo Feng hadn't played any game seriously before. While still living on Earth, he had been trying to better life of family. After becoming warrior, he never had chance to relax. However, now standing among most powerful beings in original universe, he studies the most popular game from an ancient civilization. He is very curious. After all, it can test or even improve comprehension. This curiosity is the correct learning mindset. Treating trial as game, not punishment, increases endurance. He asks again what are rules, studying carefully. Although he just started studying in Boat of Mausoleum, more than a day has passed outside. Thanks to speed of his brain, he could immediately finish studying Spaceship. However, he cannot even decipher basic rules. This comparison shows Rhinoceros Emperor. Game is more complex than a universe boat's spaceship structure. He mutters 123 solved games and 123 broken games corresponding. Light, shape, studying more than 3 years. Then he whispers, smiling a bit, that this is the game rule. That Rhinoceros Emperor Game is a stereoscopic game like complex engraving picture. He deduces Rule 1. There are 10,081 basic elements. Rule 2. On each microstereoscopic hologram, each basic element can only appear once. Rule 3. Every microstereoscopic hologram will change, making holograms appear different. No two lines can have same picture. Rule 4, Rule 5, and so on. Finally, Rule 9. In ultimate solved game, stereoscopic phantom formed by godly power has a perfect circle. Energies will exist forever. 9 rules, all extremely complicated. Even mind of universe master cannot remember position of basic element. Countless basic elements form microstereoscopic picture. Countless pictures form small picture. Countless small pictures form medium-sized picture. Countless medium-sized pictures form stereoscopic phantom. Even universe masters wouldn't be able to remember them. One needs to understand mysteries behind game. Just like performing techniques, one needs to understand mysteries to truly perform it, as complexity cannot be memorized directly by brain. This reveals core educational principle. Memorization fails, structural understanding succeeds, exactly like secret engravings. He exclaims impressive how complex rules are, and each game formed is complete and doesn't consume any energies. Even engraving of his miniature universe cannot achieve perfect energy circle. First round of Rhinoceros Emperor. Game isn't as complicated as miniature universe engraving picture. However, it is exceedingly complex and energies last forever. That's why perfect. No wonder it is so popular in Duandong River Wu. Amazing that someone was able to create such mysterious game. He is excited, finding it much easier to study after learning rules, immediately attracted and addicted. It is interesting, challenging, offering sense of accomplishment. He admires Rhinoceros Emperor even more for creating such game with strict requirements for intelligence, needing at least undying fighter to contemplate. He thinks Duandong River said in ancient civilization, everyone including children loved this game. Does that mean even children of that civilization were undying? The idea flashes, then he stops overthinking and focuses. That deduction about children. Being undying shows how advanced that ancient civilization's baseline was. Meanwhile, Deerbug Master, Shadow Dust Master, Sorcerer Sprite Master, and Luo Feng all stare at phantoms. Finally, Sorcerer Sprite Master transmits voice to Shadow Dust, saying he figured out rules. Shadow Dust is overjoyed, complaining goddamn game. Studied long time, yet still no idea. Sorcerer Sprite notifies him of rules. Shadow Dust is exhilarated, laughing that no wonder he couldn't figure out mysteries. Connections between stereoscopic pictures are so complicated. They both glance at Luo Feng and Deerbug Master, who stand as still as sculptures. Sorcerer Sprite says don't worry about them. They can communicate and comprehend together. They'll be way ahead. That's right. When Second True Master and others from race come, they'll have better chance. This teamwork between Divine Eye Clan candidates is their strategic advantage. Sharing rules doubles comprehension speed. From 3 universe eras to 2 holy lands, great beings from almost all powers head toward universe boat. Great beings from Heaven Clock Clan are first to arrive. At 100,000 times faster than light speed, a broken shadow roams space outside Flame Ice region, approaching Boat of Mausoleum at high speed. Jittery Sea Master, Red Lark Master, and Silent Rock Giant Master all look at that shadow, realizing it's a Universe Supreme Master. The broken shadow slows and stops in front of gate. The 3 Universe Masters are horrified and step back. A black clock shadow floats outside, then dissipates, followed by Ripple. A weird elder with long hair that has billions of small black clocks on it appears, with clocks even on eyebrows and body hair. This is typical appearance of creature from Heaven Clock Clan. The 3 give salutation, calling Shadow Clock Demon Master. He laughs, thanking Skeleton Race for news, noting 3 great beings from his race are rushing here. 3 forces show up. He orders go to that control room, looking at Jittery Sea Master, saying you know how to go. Jittery Sea Master confirms, forming trace of godly power outside body into complex map leading to Center Palace. Simple route, easily understandable. Showing Skeleton Clan is actively distributing maps to create chaos. Shadow Clock Demon Master nods, saying hope of race is born on shoulders. The 3 Universe Masters are excited, saying they'll make it or die trying, flying to control room like 3 streaks of light. After half a year, in front of gate of Boat of Mausoleum, 6 Universe Masters have gathered around Flame Ice region after hearing news. They shout how Shadow Clock Demon Master stops them from getting in, asking if he wants to fight First Ancestral God School, telling him to get out. Shadow Clock Demon Master stands there ignoring them. He needs to stall other great beings as long as possible to take care of his race. Showing early arrival allows blockade tactic. A powerful force tears apart surrounding space and time. Shadow Clock Demon Master is horrified, looking toward force, noting such strong force, questioning which Universe Supreme Master it is, saying he's never seen. A beam of light rushes into gate. Shadow Clock doesn't dare resist, recognizing Palace True Treasure as Supreme True Treasure, its powerful force permeating. An elder in white cape surrounded with leaves lands, glancing at Shadow Clock Demon Master. Shadow Clock frowns, asking if he is from Eastern Emperor Holy Land. The white-caped elder doesn't even want to take one more look. Waves hands, and suddenly 20 Universe Masters, 200 Universe Knights, and 2,000 Undying Fighters appear, showing the exact force East Emperor ordered. He orders them to go get inheritance for Eastern Emperor Holy Land. All rush in, Skeleton Race having given map to Eastern Emperor Holy Land long ago in effort to befriend them, proving Skeleton sabotage diplomacy works. The white-caped elder glances at others, saying he North True hasn't been in Universe Ocean for more than 10 universe eras, and if Purple Moon Holy Land and other powers haven't arrived by now, they never will. He waves hands and a giant black oval blocks the gate, then takes a step and merges with the black oval, saying now that he's here, let's see who can get in. This blockade using Supreme True Treasure to merge. With gate shows how a Universe Supreme Master can single-handedly seal an inheritance entrance, escalating competition from individual trial to factional warfare. On the life and death corridor of Boat of Mausoleum, there are 6 figures standing in scattered directions observing the ongoing Rhinoceros Emperor Game. Luo Feng's brows furrow as he looks outward, He can vaguely feel bouts of ripples transmitted from the other end of the corridor, where he earlier exchanged blows with Monster Quayo. The ripples catch attention of Shadow Dust Master, Sorcerer Sprite Master, Deerbug Master, and the two other Universe Masters from Heaven Clock Clan. Their expressions do not look well. He mumbles to himself, "Could it be another great being has arrived?" He guesses Duandong River has left the floodgate open. And for those from Skeleton Race eliminated at very beginning, he did not kill them, rather let them off unscathed. Obviously, he wanted news to spread to attract more great beings. The greater number of candidates, higher chances of finding a being that can accept inheritance. Luo Feng understands Duandong River's intentions, but his actions add pressure. This is classic inheritance design, floodgate as recruitment funnel, using survivors as messengers. Rhinoceros Emperor Game is really difficult, although not even a year has passed here. In Huge Axe's universe, he has been comprehending for a couple thousand years. A few decades of comprehension, yet still in pondering stage. Now he has merely passed up to 119th stage and instantly mapped it onto Crystal Pillar. From 1st to 10,081st stage, Game is unbelievably demanding on comprehension, although regulations were summed up earlier, indicating one only needs to decode. Complete solution for 1st to 123rd stage. To achieve full comprehension and then instantly map is still very difficult. He had to fully comprehend first 100 stages before feeling improvement. An improvement in ability to comprehend, as when thinking about mapping process, his consciousness could take up more multidimensional structure. This shows first 100 stages are not wasted time. They train the mind to think in tens of thousands of dimensions. A short while later, a strong ripple transmits. A great many figures fly over. Luo Feng and other 5 cannot resist turning to look. And what they see changes expressions. So many, this is really a lot, how can there be so many? With one look, dense crowd includes at least couple hundred great beings, most with similar appearances, godly bodies generally surrounded by green leaf vines. Majority obviously from same race, only handful different. Shadow Dust Master's expression changes slightly, noting almost all are from East Emperor Holy Land universe, only 3 from another race. East Emperor has unexpectedly sent so many over. Sorcerer Sprite Master adds, look, not all are Universe Masters. There are even Universe Knights and Undying Souls. Previously, Monster Quayo had been extremely terrifying, but now even Knights and Undying are able to pass Monster Quayo to come here alive. He thinks, Quello must have taken into consideration Intruder's ability before showing power. Yes, this news is very important. Previously, clans only brought more Universe Masters to try luck. Did not bring any undying godly spirits. This news must be transmitted to clan. If talking about undying godly spirits, Divine Eye Clan has tons of them. Shadow Witch couple's bodies immediately report news to clan. But Divine Eye Clan acted first and sent. 2nd True Master and 7th True Master who had already set off. This discovery that Quayo scales to Intruder's level changes. Recruitment strategy completely. Now even Undying can be candidates. Massively expanding candidate pool. An icy cold voice resounds, saying turnout is quite big this time. Luo Feng turns to see lone figure formed by converging light rays standing in distance. Duandong River. Luo Feng merely casts one brief look, then does not pay further heed. Every time there are newcomers, Duandong River would come out to repeat same explanation. Earlier, when 2 Universe Masters from Heaven Clock Clan arrived, he gave same explanation. Occasionally, Luo Feng pays attention to surroundings, but feels it does not have slightest influence on his speed of comprehension. He, Deerbug Master, and Shadow Witch couple, being earliest batch, are in advantageous position. Even if outstanding great being turns up later, so long as any one of 4 manages to meet basic requirement, he will naturally get in contact with inheritance first. This head start advantage is why early arrivals ignore newcomers. Time flies. In blink of an eye, a month has passed. Previously, he managed to complete mapping first 100 stages, felt things brightening up and cheering up over marked improvement. Now he has fully comprehended first 123 stages, left with 124th stage. He casts glance at 124th endgame quite a distance away, then focuses all attention on Crystal Pillar before him and starts to try decoding. First 123 stages were fully comprehended, but because solutions already publicized, there was no difficulty. All he had to do was comprehend solutions thoroughly. At moment, he faces first true attempt at decoding. Not like before, where just had to look at outcome to comprehend. This time he has to look at endgame to decode game, feeling terribly bothered. Once, twice, he tries to map layout. Even for basic elements he is unclear of. He maps based on gut feeling. With passage of time, mind gets clearer, as though mind is sketching from tens of thousands of dimensions, combining with one another, and very quickly basic elements are determined. This is first attempt at decoding, and suddenly he feels he has gained new experiences on top of knowledge, learned from previous comprehension. Half a month passes. A three-dimensional virtual shadow of a cone forms within crystal pillar. From outside, no one can see it. The shadow is perfect, suspended in mid-air, not least bit of godly power dissipated. A bout of ripples immediately transmits to Luo Feng's consciousness. The 124th stage has been decoded to perfect completion. He is secretly happy, finally succeeding in first attempt at decoding, deciding to move on to 125th stage. This first perfect decode is the true threshold. 123 is learning. 124 is proving. Time passes. When group from East Emperor Holy Land Universe arrived, Luo Feng and company could feel ripples caused by battling of supreme great beings from outside world. And since those ripples are from outside, to have that amount of power, battles must involve universe supreme beings. It is 5th month since great beings from East Emperor Holy Land arrived. Terrifying ripples transmit across different layers within Boat of Mausoleum, with power weakening while traversing layers. When it reaches life and death corridor where comprehension of Rhinoceros Emperor Game is ongoing, even undying godly souls are able to detect ripples. For majority like Luo Feng and Dear Bugmaster, amount they detect is naturally much stronger. That loathsome East Emperor universe, Dear Bug. Master's eyes flash with glimmer of rage as he looks coldly at universe masters. Knights and undying souls of East Emperor Holy Land from afar. That North True Star Master actually blocked doorway, actually blocked cabin doors. North True Star Master is in advantageous position only because he has many supreme true treasures. That is why he dares show such arrogance. The 3 reincarnation eras know very little about North True Star Master. But for someone who lived long time, Dear Bug Master knows a lot. Incomparably ancient North True Star Master is one of few remaining universe supreme beings of East Emperor Holy Land Universe. East Emperor Holy Land Universe has been around long time and therefore received countless ancient inheritances. North True Star Master may not own miniature universe, but even relying on ancient inheritances, his battle power is still considered quite strong among all universe supreme beings. Taking field this time, East Emperor Holy Land Universe is putting in 101% best. North True Star Master has other universe supreme beings loaning true treasures. So he has brought along whopping 4 supreme true treasures, Palace type, Domain type, Close Combat Attack type, and Long Range Attack type respectively. Once he blocks door, great beings from Purple Moon Holy Land who arrive later will not be able to charge way in. Dear Bug Master is furious and grumbles loathsome, then pushing North True out of mind, puts best effort into studying secret techniques. This shows even rage cannot distract from game. Comprehension requires total focus. Battles in outside world are ongoing. Purple Moon Holy Land and East Emperor Holy Land are really fighting to life and death, both amply prepared. As North True Star Master was first to arrive, his blocking of entrance has really left opponent with no way out. North True Star Master could arrive earlier due to certain reasons. 1, he has attack type Supreme True Treasure to help pave way. And 2, Clan has more detailed map of Universe Boat, so he could find even nearer shortcut. Difference in arrival time of both Purple Moon, Holy Land, and Divine. Clan is not that far apart, merely 3 days. On 3rd day of battle between Purple Moon Holy Land and East Emperor Holy Land, at cabin doors Purple Moon Holy Land and Divine Clan join forces. 3 Universe Supreme Masters do best to lay siege to North True Star Master. The Universe Supreme Masters of Divine Clan, every single one owns miniature universe power extraordinary. Furthermore, 2nd True Master and 7th True Master are also skilled in concerted moves. North True Star Master might not be afraid, but he can only hold out for short moment before being blasted away. This 3-on-1 siege shows how temporary alliances form to break blockades, then will dissolve immediately inside. Luo Feng and couple hundred great beings are hard at work trying best to comprehend Rhinoceros Emperor Game, and not surprisingly, Luo Feng and Deer Bug Master are few who are faster. As for other universe knights and undying souls who came over, speed of comprehension is much slower, especially a handful of undying godly spirits, who although already briefed by other universe masters of same race about rules, still unable to grasp full understanding. This proves comprehension threshold is not about being told rules, but about ability to apply them across dimensions. From where Monster Cuello is, there are bouts of energy ripples being transmitted over. Luo Feng is aware, most likely another large batch of newcomers. So many have come, but in end only one can receive inheritance. He sighs, madness, clans have all gone mad. After long while, mighty group of couple hundred figures flies over. At first glance, majority consists of undying godly souls from Purple Moon Holy Land. As for overall number of universe knights and masters, Purple Moon Holy Land seems to have same number as Divine Eye Clan, which is also similar to East Emperor Holy Land Universe, or probably only short by 2. But if Deerbug Master is added to head count, then Purple Moon Holy Land would on contrary be at advantageous position. This headcount analysis shows factional balance shifting with each wave. This is most basic rule. Deerbug Master takes one look and starts telling latecomers discreetly. Leveraging his head start to gain favor. Hazy light rays gather, giving form to green-haired man with eyes peaceful like ocean. And as his gaze sweeps 1,000-plus candidates present, he says those who have come later. This is last test before moving on to next hall. It is test on comprehension. This is his hometown, a game most widely spread. Should not be seen simply as game, but rather as important means to help hone and cultivate comprehension. He can test and increase comprehension, and he is given name Rhinoceros Emperor Game. Duandong River gives slow and elaborate introduction. Let's begin. Within limited time, those whose decoding progress has reached minimal requirement may enter next hall. He scans room with cold look, saying do not underestimate this Rhinoceros Emperor Game. The 4 who came earliest, humph. Up until now, only human was able to perfectly decode 124th endgame. Other 3 are still too slow. If this goes on, humph. He shakes head and laughs coldly, then vanishes. The moment his words are heard, almost simultaneously over 1,000 candidates present, from Divine Eye Clan, Purple Moon Holy Land, East Emperor Holy Land, and other groups, all look over at Luo Feng. Luo Feng's expression changes slightly, thinking that loathsome Duandong River. This is pure malice. How could he utter such words? This is intentional destabilization. Duandong River is not just testing comprehension. He is testing ability to survive being made a public target, because an heir must handle jealousy of entire universe ocean. Voices rise to attack this human so that he cannot focus on comprehending. Attack this human. Deer Bug Master and Shadow Witch couple stand afar wordlessly with distant looks, choosing not to intervene because letting others attack Luo Feng benefits them. As for Divine Eye Clan, Purple Moon Holy Land, and East Emperor Holy Land, all 3 send 2 to 3 universe masters out almost at same time to launch attacks on Luo Feng. Duandong River might have given instructions to work on comprehending, but he did not forbid killing during process of comprehending. This loophole, comprehension, test without peace rule, turns the corridor from exam hall into battlefield, where slowing the fastest learner is as valid as speeding yourself up. The Divine Eye Clan, Purple Moon Holy Land, and East Emperor Holy Land have total 8 universe masters launching attacks at same time, all blazing godly powers, then either directly or transformed into roaring beast. Huge axe that could hack and shatter everything. Countless threads entwined together. Various attacking methods deployed, all directed toward and enveloping Luo Feng alone. This coordinated alpha strike shows factional collusion. 3 rival holy lands temporarily unite against the fastest learner. Luo Feng is angry, grinding teeth at this detestable bunch of idiots. Then right away his godly body trembles in crazy demon extermination. Godly armor suddenly expands. Soon after it condenses into a beast god, a gigantic single-horned lizard. It is just like Yin Tuo's golden sulphone. Armor and 5 Chaos Masters armor, which could also transform into beast gods. Actual bodies hiding within beast gods' bodies. Usually a protective armor that can expand outward and condense into form of beast, God is much more valuable than ordinary pinnacle, palace true treasures. This expansion explains its value. It is both armor and palace-level defense while allowing combat. The single-horned lizard lets out piercing roar. No matter how strongly 8 varieties of attacks connect, it does not show even trace of damage. The lizard roars with rage, calling them shameless to such extent. The great beings from Divine Eye clan scoff, saying, "Shameless? What joke?" With impending doomsday this precious Duandong River inheritance is only hope for survival. For this inheritance, nothing they do could ever be shameless enough. This justification reveals first Reincarnation era's mindset when facing clan extinction. Morality is irrelevant. A 3-faced elder with 8 arms from Purple Moon Holy Land sneers, saying, "Luo Feng, you humans want this inheritance too. You are merely weak little race with single universe supreme master. How ridiculous." The single-horned lizard shoots him look of indifference. Weak? They must have been unaware of power of huge axe creator. This insult is based on outdated intelligence, showing Holy Lands underestimate primal universe humans. A cold, gloomy, great being from Divine Eye clan glares at Luo Feng, saying, "You think you can disregard us just because you have armor treasure," calling everyone to take action to exterminate this greatest threat. Others agree, saying even if not manage to kill him, should ensure he cannot. Focus on studying Rhinoceros Emperor Game, suddenly 8 universe. Masters continue to besiege. Previously, they stood afar and merely executed techniques with godly powers, so might was not very forceful. But this time, majority are 5th-tiered or at least 4th-tiered universe masters, all executing killing moves, be they soul attacks or close-range attacks. This escalation from harassment to killing moves shows shift from slowing to elimination. The single-horned lizard continues to roar furiously, calling them bastards who don't even dare go through round of fair comprehension. They retort, "What is fairness? You weak human not qualified to ask for fairness." Too weak, calling him joke, while raining attacks without holding back. The lizard reels back and hits sidewall, colliding with one of stone pillars that sports 3-dimensional virtual shadow, causing pillars to tremble. But they are indestructible. Thus 8 universe masters grow even more rampant. And beneath onslaught, Luo Feng is rendered helpless with no room for retaliation. He thinks that crazy demon extermination, godly armor. When expanded into beast, God has extremely strong defense, comparable to Pinnacle Palace true treasure, yet its combat power is still at 4th-tier standard. Out of 8, 6 are obviously stronger than him, and he is only on par with other 2. Most terrible is those 2 are not taking him on one by one, they are all ganging up. He is sustaining stability of single-horned lizard by consuming godly power. Although trying best to fight and evade, he is still being crushed. Amidst fighting, he has to ensure maintaining stability, which alone keeps him distracted. Efficiency of comprehending suddenly falls. This quantifies cost of being besieged. Defense burns godly power and mental bandwidth, directly reducing Rhinoceros Emperor Game progress. He growls loathsome, questioning if Duandong River is simply watching all happen. He is furious and confused as to Duandong River's true intention. For Duandong River to have made such comment earlier, it is as if he wanted to make Luo Feng public enemy. The fact that Luo Feng had relatively short cultivation time is well known throughout Universe Ocean, and he was part of first batch that went in. And when at Magicube Instrument, he was able to make impression, and he was also first to successfully comprehend. 124th stage of Rhinoceros Emperor Game. Various factors at play. How could Divine Eye Clan, Purple Moon Holy Land, and East Emperor Holy Land watch while Luo Feng about to receive inheritance? Of course, they would use most devious means to stop him. This analysis shows Duandong River's comment about only human-decoded 124th is not careless. It is deliberate malice to test if air can survive being targeted by all. The single-horned lizard lets out furious roar, and 4-hooved feet suddenly stomp onto ground as it dashes across shadows and flies, toward other end of passageway, where another group of undying godly spirits are. This move is tactical relocation, using crowd as shield. Those undying godly spirits have great shock, implicated in battle between universe masters. In fact, from start of siege, no one had yet been annihilated because no one knew what rules Dandong River would impose. Since it is one-time selection of candidates, Duandong River would most likely not want to see killing among candidates, which is why 8 Universe Masters made smart move to hold back while attacking Luo Feng. This is also why all combat did not implicate any Undying. But now Luo Feng has charged way amongst group of Undying. Once fighting started, even if efforts put into controlling, even minor implication would most likely cause Undying fighter to face annihilation. A dazzling heavy hammer appears, seeming to fill whole space between heaven and earth. Hacking back of single-horned lizard, causing it to buckle to knees. Bouts of invisible waves are produced in succession, and Undying godly spirits who already tried best to escape at lightning speed are still implicated. 2 unlucky ones eventually face annihilation and are reduced to nothing but ash carried away on wind, instantly dispersed upon annihilation. The single-horned lizard takes one look behind. 2 Undying fighters have lost lives. The 8 Universe Masters laying siege are also shocked, temporarily stopping to observe movements around them. Shadow Dust Master, Sorcerer Sprite Master, and Deer Bug Master also watch with great eagerness. The 3 of them had yet to intervene with any matters concerning Luo Feng since group arrived, since 3 of them representing Divine Eye Clan and Purple Moon Holy Land are most hopeful candidates. 2 groups naturally would not be willing to let them take risk. This non-intervention by fellow top decoders shows they benefit from Luo Feng being slowed without dirtying hands. There is silence for a moment. The single-horned lizard and 8 Universe Masters all watch, waiting to see if deaths of 2 Undying fighters will arouse any action. From Duandong River, suddenly from stone pillars with 3-dimensional virtual shadows, 123 on left and 123 on right, there is outburst of black and white lines. Total 246 light rays converging in midair in instant, transforming into single beam that has spirit of its own, swimming about like water snake. This ray immediately sweeps toward Universe Master from East Emperor Universe, who was dealing strikes at Luo Feng with huge hammer. The ray is extremely fast, exceeding 100 times light speed, surpassing limit allowable by universe law. All great beings feel quick and forceful wave. A roar of reluctance is heard as that lofty Universe Master, holding godly hammer, is annihilated, leaving behind some true treasures on ground. Hundreds of rays cover and wind about godly hammer, armor, and other true treasures, then swiftly send to one of nearest stone pillars with 3-dimensional virtual shadow. The treasures instantly disappear into pillar. Silence resumes within passageway. Long time later, hushed voices speak. Fog Creator Master is dead. Fog Creator Master. Every great being present is taken aback. Even Luo Feng feels shudder in heart. This is simply terrifying. Originally, he thought even if Duandong River were to mete out punishment, it would probably be something like deploying monster-like subordinates like Quayo. But much to surprise, numerous stone pillars along passageway contain secret techniques which can be activated even after masters have been annihilated countless reincarnation eras ago. One strike and Fog Creator Master is exterminated. Fog Creator Master was special life form that lived within East Emperor Holy Land universe, skilled in techniques like trapping of enemies, and furthermore, originally living soul composed out of massive fog. Even after condensed into human form, killing him still extremely difficult. He spent innumerable reincarnation eras cultivating achievements in secret techniques, so even though just living soul made of fog, he was able to execute extremely strong attacks. In terms of power, definitely comparable to Primal Chaos City Leader. And in terms of ability to protect himself, a notch stronger. This life form lived through incomparably long ages, being that could roam Universe Ocean without restraint. Even Universe Supreme Masters found him extremely difficult to exterminate, and in single stroke he met with annihilation. This execution establishes the true power scale of Duandong River civilization. Its automated defenses kill beings that Supreme Masters cannot. Some weaker undying godly spirits show fear in eyes. Luo Feng, on other hand, discreetly lets out sigh of relief. Duandong River is indeed impressive, although thunderous technique would probably be enough to frighten bunch. Duandong River is vicious, executing instant extermination and plundering treasures immediately. This plundering after execution is important detail. Treasures are not destroyed, but collected into pillars, showing inheritance recycles resources. Previously, when laying siege on human form Milky Way, Lord Duandong River did not stop us at all, says gloomy and cold man from Divine Eye Clan. This time it must be because undying godly spirits were implicated, so Fog Creator Master had to die. He adds aloofly, so long as they do not implicate great beings around them, they should be fine. True, they say we were fighting for so long, yet he did not stop us. He did not punish us. Let's get moving. We are 3 groups of powers with greatest advantage now. We must not let Luo Feng be ultimate candidate. We must restrain him first. As for we 3 groups, we shall just have to rely on each other's abilities. He proposes that all undying godly spirits and universe knights temporarily go into Palace True Treasure, saying they already know rules. Now just have to familiarize with how to play game. Let them stay within Palace True Treasure to work on comprehending first. This will ensure they cannot possibly be implicated in any way. Good idea, second that. The 3 groups, Divine Eye Clan, Purple Moon Holy Land, and East Emperor Holy Land, hesitate no longer. With Universe Masters, taking charge in all universe, Knights and Undying under command. All are sent into Palace True Treasure for time being. This adaptation shows learning. From Fog Creators, death. They remove vulnerable members from battlefield to avoid triggering pillar defenses again. Luo Feng is in form of single-horned lizard as he stands where he was, looking at other 7 figures in distance. He lets out low growl saying Fog Creator Master is already dead. Do you all seek your deaths too? A man from East Emperor Holy Land, universe whose entire body surrounded with vines and green leaves retorts with jest that Fog Creator Master's main body was annihilated, but he still has other body kept alive. All of us surrounding you can divide bodies. So long as we can destroy you so that you are unable to lay hands on inheritance, does it even matter if main bodies are annihilated? That's right. So long as this human is dead, our deaths are worthwhile. I came here originally with no intentions of getting inheritance. So long as I can remove all obstructions in way for clan members to be able to get inheritance, annihilation is worthwhile. The 7 Universe Masters are all mentally prepared. If they are to be annihilated, they will do so most willingly. Not to mention that being exterminated in passageway would only mean extermination of bodies, divided bodies still kept alive. You weak little human, dream on, this inheritance you will never get. 7 figures surround single-horned lizard and charge toward it at same time. They are all prepared and would rather give up chance of comprehending. Rhinoceros Emperor Game just to ensure they have human under control so that they can destroy him. This willingness to sacrifice main body to block one competitor reveals true cost benefit. Calculation of Holy Lands, eliminating a prodigy who decoded. 124th stage first is worth losing a Universe Master's main body because their divided bodies survive and their clans can then advance. Within the life and death corridor of the Boat of Mausoleum, there are many towering figures. They are either plant life forms, blood and flesh life forms, or rock life forms. They bear all sorts of appearances and wear different kinds of armor and robes, of which the Divine Eye Clan, Purple Moon Holy Land, and East Emperor Holy Land are the top 3 strongest groups. Every single one of them possesses powers that exceed 10 Universe Masters combined. This grouping shows that the corridor is now dominated by factional powers, not individuals. There are also several other Universe Masters scattered about. These Universe Masters are at areas extremely close to Flame Ice region, thus able to rush over in shortest time possible. They might be powerful, but they do not dare meddle with how top 3 powers are dealing. With human form Luo Feng, this illustrates hierarchy. Even Universe Masters avoid interfering when 3 superpowers act together. Voices among them say, poor human unlucky fellow. That human Milky Way was pretty fast in comprehending. Rhinoceros Emperor Game, Duandong River, has made it known so directly. If 2 of us are also fast in comprehending, will it be publicized or will we be mobbed? Even if we did decode game. Let's hide ability for now and not let it show in Crystal Pillar. It's not too late to show after some time when number of great beings gets bigger. By that time, our clan's great beings will have become stronger. This shows others learn from Luo Feng's targeting. They decide to hide progress in Crystal Pillar, which is a survival strategy. Although they see Luo Feng being besieged, they show no trace of pity at all because deep down, they all covet that inheritance. If Luo Feng, the most hopeful candidate, is out of way, that works to their advantage. This explains their silence. Inaction benefits them. That loathsome bastard. Same moment, horned lizard's sharp claws clash with that huge grinder with loud bang. Its tail transforms into dazzling arc of light with sudden lash. Then, just like marks made by Battle Blade, it slashes toward that single-eyed special life form of Divine Eye Clan. Although those surrounding Luo Feng at that moment belong to 3 groups of powers, not all are clansmen of these 3 groups. For instance, Fog Creator, master who had been killed by Dong River, through use of activated secret technique that stone pillars contain, was not from any of these clans. He was special life form. Some top groups of powers would have subjects under their command. For instance, Primal Universe has humans. Thus, human race forms Hong Alliance with couple of Universe Masters under its command. Say in future Primal Universe faces destruction, Luo Feng and all of humanity would have to enter Miniature Universe. At that time, even smaller part of space would have to be divided out for their subjects, at least as individuals. These Universe Masters are still able to continue surviving independently. These Universe Masters would naturally be of lower status compared to people of human race, and in situations involving greater risks, they would be ones sent to deal with situations regardless of dangers. Of great beings dealing with Luo Feng this time, majority are subjects of top 3 groups with abilities to divide bodies. Although they are subjects, they do not fall short in terms of combat ability, and are able to put up fight against toughest opponent. This explains why subjects are used for siege. They have dividing bodies, so main body annihilation is survivable, and they are expendable compared to true clan members. Luo Feng is besieged by 7 great Universe Masters. They say, Milky Way, you are really quite good in struggling. This armor of yours works really well. Losing that pair of silver wings, you unexpectedly gained this worthy armor. But what use could there be to put up struggle, fighting against us at full force? Even if you managed to stay alive, how much effort would be left for you to commit to Rhinoceros Emperor Game? Give up. It is better to back off early. This is psychological warfare. They aim to reduce his comprehension efficiency, not just physical damage. They are at overwhelming advantage, as Luo Feng is after all still weaker in terms of godly power. And even if he is not inferior in many other areas like knowledge of secret techniques, when comparing godly power, he barely makes it to same level as weakest among all 7. Moment they lay siege, he would have no choice but to be trampled upon, relying on crazy demon extermination, godly armor to expand and take form of beast god. That is how he gains extremely strong defense ability that allows him to pull through all attacks. This will not do. Luo Feng is fighting at speed of lightning whilst in body of single-horned lizard, filled with anxiety. This cannot go on. I need to maintain beast god's existence at all times, but it is consuming too much godly power. As time drags on, too much godly body will be consumed. And in Universe Ocean, rate at which godly power replenishes is slow. Moreover, even if not worried about using up godly power, to continue fighting in this manner, efficiency of studying Rhinoceros Emperor Game will be greatly reduced. I can't be bothered with so much. He grits teeth. As there is large number of Universe Masters present, to extent of 2 Universe Supreme Masters amongst them, Luo Feng had not wanted to take Star Tower out, but forced into corner as he is now, he has no other way out. His comprehension of Rhinoceros Emperor Game is too important. This decision point shows weighing secrecy versus inheritance. Star Tower exposure is risk, but losing comprehension time is greater loss. The besieged, single-horned lizard is fleeing helter-skelter as 7 great Universe Masters launch. Attacks brazenly. Suddenly, from within single-horned lizard's body, a Crimson Tower emerges, and single-horned lizard speedily disassembles itself to enter Crimson Tower. Then this Crimson Tower sits itself on corridor's ground and moves no more. They shout a palace true treasure. How dare you hide within palace true treasure? You really think we have no way to deal with you? Calling foolish fellow? Hiding within palace true treasure is actually best way to court death. The 7 Universe Masters surround Crimson Tower and look at what is in middle of circle. Then look at one another and start to laugh, asking who shall make first move. Who is willing, saying this is opportunity. You should take it, thinking it better for Windwolf Master to do it. As his ceiling true treasure is one of best among pinnacle true treasures, more certain to seal him inside tower. At that moment, within Star Tower, Luo Feng can clearly hear every word of conversation outside. He is inside control hall of Star Tower and does not dare slacken to slightest degree. He carefully observes outside world, listens to every sound, watches Universe Masters in conversation, and cannot help letting out snort of laughter, saying, "You all must be kidding. Sealing. You all thinking of sealing me in here? Even best out of all Pinnacle Palace type true treasures? This is sealing type supreme true treasure we are looking at. There is no possibility of sealing this type of supreme true treasure at all." This internal monologue explains Star Tower's grade. It is supreme true treasure, so Pinnacle sealing cannot contain it. Outside, Wind Wolf Master sneers, saying, "All right, leave it to me. With his treasure, he will only be able to escape. Seal if his palace is also best out of all Pinnacle true treasures, otherwise not able to escape at all once sealed." He continues no more, worried that Dong River would catch wind of conversation and attack him. Once sealed, there would be no chance for Luo Feng to get into contact with Crystal Pillar. Therefore, no chance to receive inheritance. Previously, 2 candidates who were undying godly souls were implicated and subsequently died, therefore leading to annihilation of Fog Creator Master. Windwolf Master is also worried because sealing Luo Feng within tower would deprive Luo Feng of any chance of receiving inheritance, which would also lead to Luo Feng being annihilated. After sealing Luo Feng, it is no big deal if Luo Feng is annihilated. However, if he had spoken too much before sealing took place to have provoked Dong River into killing him, then he would have been so wronged. This shows they have learned to be cautious with words after Fog Creator's death. Human Wind Wolf Master holds out palm. An instantly dazzling tricolor tower shaft appears suspended in midair. He snorts while looking at Crimson Tower, saying seal. Wind Wolf Master's godly power burns up to activate true treasure. Next moment, tricolor tower shaft flies over to station itself directly above Crimson Star Tower. Hole appears at bottom of tower shaft, and intangible yet powerful suction energy exerts influence over Star Tower, pulling on it like crazy. Force acts strongly over Star Tower, causing Star Tower to shake slightly. When Windwolf Master sees Star Tower merely trembles slightly without even leaving ground. He grits teeth and growls seal, saying just a little bit more. Other 6 Universe Masters urge him out of anxiety, saying Fog Creator Master's sealing true treasures suction force is not enough. Add bout of power, put in very best. Fog Creator Master is furious, turns and shouts he has been putting in best since arrival. If power still short of that little bit, what can he do? To be able to put up such resistance, this human's true treasure is also Pinnacle. True treasure that is one of best. If any have something better, why not give it a shot? A hostile man with single-eyed shadow behind him volunteers, saying he'll do it. Luo Feng is looking at outside in relaxed manner, thinking they must be kidding if thinking of swallowing Star Tower without it putting up any resistance. Other party must be using supreme true treasure to make possible. Otherwise, if both are sealing type, is it possible for Pinnacle True Treasurer be able to seal his Star Tower? Sealing fails. Those Universe Masters would only think of his Crimson Tower as one of best Pinnacle True Treasures. They would not have considered that it might be Supreme True Treasure. Seeing how Universe Masters fail one after another, Luo Feng does not dare lose vigilance, afraid these guys are capable of other means on top of sealing. A dozen great beings from Divine Eye Clan, Purple Moon Holy Land, and East Emperor Holy Land have gathered here, and everyone is filled with anxiety. Earlier 7 Universe Masters, who laid siege to Luo Feng, had failed, and had gone to extent of borrowing true treasures from other great beings, yet none succeeded even by force. They discussed this human has too many valuables, his armor is treasure, and this tower true treasure is one of best Pinnacle true treasures hard to come by. To swallow it, only supreme true treasure could achieve. True, that's right. Seems have to turn to Universe Supreme Master for help. Right, only Universe Supreme Master would have means. Divine Eye Clan, out of 3 of us, only your clan has Universe Supreme Masters present here. We will all be looking to you to complete task. Everyone is frowning. Even Deerbug Master, Shadow Dust Master, and Sorcerer Sprite Master have noticed everything happening. Shadow Dust Master sends news to 2nd and 7th True Masters of Divine Eye Clan via voice transmission. Out of various great beings, There are certainly handful whose powers transcend them all. He says, true masters, we are at wit's end. Think only true masters' intervention will be able to deal with Luo Feng. This time around, representatives from Divine Eye Clan include other than Universe Masters, 2nd True Master and 7th True Master, who decided to join in game. However, since moment they arrived, they have been silently comprehending Rhinoceros Emperor Game without intervening. Right then, Universe Masters are no longer able to find ways to deal with Luo Feng. These two True Masters are their only hope now. Shadow Dust, Sorcerer Sprite. We have just arrived, 2nd True Master explains via voice transmission. However, Duandong River has already set rules which forbade us to attack any other candidates. We either don't attack at all or we meet our doom. Shadow Witch couple are shocked to learn. At same time, 2nd True Master also transmits this news to notify other Universe Masters of top 3 strongest groups. What should we do now? Do we really watch helplessly while Luo Feng receives inheritance? Dear Bugmaster replies via voice transmission. East Emperor Holy Land and Purple Moon Holy Land are adding to pressure and urging on side. 2nd and 7th True Masters look at one another. As gazes meet, quickly come to decision. I have Palace Supreme True Treasure. Ice Cliff Fortress that has ability to seal. 7th True Master grits teeth as he transmits this information. However, this Supreme True Treasure recognizes its master and has very stringent requirements on willpower. If Universe Master were to use it, this Universe Master must have willpower of Universe Supreme Master. All of you from 2 Holy Lands, your Universe Masters have lived through countless years. There are few who have willpower that matches that of Universe Supreme Masters. You just have to nominate one of these few and let him interact with Supreme True Treasure to get it to recognize him. Then this Universe Master will be able to use Ice Cliff Fortress to seal Luo Feng. This requirement explains why Supreme True Treasures are not easily usable by Universe Master's willpower threshold. Then who shall it be? Purple Moon Holy Land and East Emperor. Holy Land takes some time to ponder because great being to be sent as representative would face high chance of annihilation. Divine Eye Clan has provided our Supreme True Treasure. How could it be fair to ask us to send one of us out there? 7th True Master transmits question angrily. He is also very anxious. If not, he would not have been willing to put his Supreme True Treasure out in open. And he is also prepared for moment when Luo Feng is sealed. He would seize back his Supreme True Treasure to prevent Duandong River from taking it away. All right, East Emperor Holy Land will go. Soon one Universe Master steps out from crowd. Very well, 7th True Master transmits order. With Supreme True Treasure, unless that human Milky Way also has Supreme True Treasure, there will be no escape for him.